So with the group stages well and truly behind us now, the two sides walk out in front of a crowd that is more expectant than ever. There's a bit of a party atmosphere in the stands at the moment, but once the whistle goes, it is down to the serious business of knockout football. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. So this is the final grid. From now on, it is a mad dash to the finish line, Jim.
Well, you notice how everything feels that little bit different, Peter. The atmosphere too, whether through decibel levels or the sense of purpose, because this is the ultimate battle for survival now.
And the losers go home.
Nobody wants that.
So things are underway. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. That is lovely. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Martinez. Fernandez gets the nod here. Anything we should note about him, Jim?
I think he's going to be really important for this team, Peter.
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. That's the throw. And it's Fernandez. Fernandez! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Looking wide. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Simeone carries the ball down the right. Alvarez. Nicely weighted ball. Alvarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's managed to get free. And the finish!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Simeone going like a man possessed at the moment. Fernandez. Played out to the left flank. Lovely feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's the pull, played out wide. McAllister. Good ball, good shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. Rodri. Llorente. Spain disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Pedri. Now it's Alvarez. Tries to pass it through. Here's a chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Alvarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Keeper's dealt with that. Spain are looking to go forward now.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Mikel Oyarzabal. Now it's Gavi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great work on the overlap. Otamendi gets it away. Spain have reclaimed it. And it's Cucurella. Rodri. Now it's Martinez. That has been slung wide. Simeone. They get a throw in. It's a pretty loose pass. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nice physical challenge. Not the most accurate pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. He has found the way through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Otamendi. Some good work on the right flank here. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Molina. And here's Fernandez. He's having a hit! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Argentina got as close can be right on the whistle, but it was not to be. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely, they're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So, half-time in the opener. Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of course a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Argentina clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Entrará al campo número 10, Messi.
And here's Ferran Torres. He is through here. Fernandez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Messi. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Oyarzabal. He's got away. Rodri. Cucurella. Cucurella, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Messi. Can he finish? And a goal! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and a clinical edge.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, registering that crucial first goal has now given them more incentive and motivation to take this on.
Played into space. That has been knocked clear. Now it's Ferran Torres. He's found a way through. So we've reached the hour mark. Argentina can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that pass isn't the best. That has ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Argentina perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
McAllister. Pass somewhat off target.
Oh, really well played.
Shifted it to the flank. Cucurella. He's shifting through the gears here. McAllister can clear it away.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 7. Número 8. Entran número 18.
The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Nice looking ball. A header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Defending was strong and firm. Messi is always looking to break lines. Argentina have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And that was asking for too much.
Spain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
McAllister being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
And it's Palacios. Good chance here! And that would have been game, set and match.
Palacios really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 19.
So, third corner of the game.
Número 9. Entran número 42. Número 4. Se está realizando un cambio.
Cucurella getting this one clear. Argentina leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Spread it left. And now they can spring out of defence. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Just 5 minutes left. That is good alertness.
Argentina nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Spread to the right.
Se agregarán
And he
3
can clear it
minutos al
away.
tiempo reglamentario.
Nico Williams. Palacios. Now that looks a decent ball. Merino pinches it off him. Oh, this looks sharp. Llorente. And that is that. Argentina have done it. They are indeed through. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Argentina really were never under any serious threat of losing. Ultimately, it's a case of a win under their belt and crack on with the next round.
Señoras y señores, quería nombrar al miembro de nuestro club de fans que cumple años hoy.
So another step closer to the big business on this ultimate global stage for the game. And with it comes heightened expectations, heightened ambitions and aspirations. This place really is sparkling, the atmosphere as strong as the ultimate prize. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And now we observe the national anthems. So with every step comes heightened hope, heightened expectation, Jim.
Yes, Peter, I think this is probably the round where you get a serious indication as to who the serious candidates are, who has the momentum.
And of course there are tactical considerations to take into account.
Yeah, that too. All factors that will have a hand in today's outcome.
We're up and running then. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Now it's Alvarez. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Goes for a shot! Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And claimed it back swiftly. Messi. That's very neat. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Argentina are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Balogun. Nicely weighted ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's McAllister. Messi is always looking to break lines. And Messi!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Still goalless. Spread to the right.
The United States definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Adams. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And here's Alvarez. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's there to belt it away. Messi. And here's Alvarez. Shoots! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Played it long. Pinches it off him. Nice bit of trickery. He's picked his way through. Adams. Dest. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Balogun. Now it's Pulisic. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's made its way to him. Chance! Oh, crossbar! And they've got rid. Well, that has not gone well.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Alvarez. It's a promising position. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Argentina with the corner, they're first. Defending of the desperate variety. And he shoots! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Argentina certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Argentina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Molina carries the ball down the right. Now it's Alvarez. De Paul, that's a good run down the left. Referee's given a throw. Otamendi tries to play it through.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Messi, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. In with the challenge. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Now it's Balogun. McAllister. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? That's just playing it safe and simple.
De Paul is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Short changes him with that pass. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. McAllister with the foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 19. Número 9. Número 8. Entran número 42. Número 11.
And it's McKennie.
Número 25.
Great chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. He doesn't look too happy with that.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Simeone. Simeone charging forward, the ball at his feet. McKennie. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional, and he's picked it up out wide. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 7. Número 22. Entran número 18.
Molina.
Número 6.
Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land.
Argentina truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
So not long left in this now. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist. And it's Paredes. Molina. Pass somewhat off target.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Gonzalez making good progress. He's having a pop! And that is wildly off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Robinson.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Gonzalez. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that might be that.
Oh, he's having a goal! Incredible! Just incredible! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Argentina now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into
There
it.
could be trouble here. Big chance! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And that's it. So yet another step towards ultimate glory, another test passed. Your reflections then, Jim?
Argentina really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
So with barely any time to recover from the previous round of games, it's time to go again. Victory here would be a giant step towards the prize that everyone desires. It is quarter-final day. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Interesting that both these managers denied their teams were among the favourites for the competition, Jim. What's your view on that?
Well, I think there's a bit of reverse psychology going on here, Peter. The managers know the score. They're just keeping their cards close to their chest for the moment.
So things are underway. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. In with the challenge. Vitinha, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Molina does well to get it back. And here's Lautaro, takes the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Martinez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Tries to get it clear. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Well, we expected better and so did he. That's a throw. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Mendes wants to run onto this. Romero with the clearance. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Referee has just said play on. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed...
Tries one from range! No, just not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
And this is Messi. Messi is flagged offside. Messi, good purposeful running this. He'll try from distance! Just a tiny bit high.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Messi makes a move down the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Alex Molina. Molina is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Now it's Martinez. Bernardo Silva. He's looking wide. He's picked his way through. Swings it across. Well, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Threads one in. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Martinez clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, João Neves for Pedro Neto, Messi. That's the throw. Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Muscular approach does pay off here. De Paul going forward. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Alvarez. Goes for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This is their second corner of the game. Alvarez! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Rodrigo de Paul. And here's Alvarez. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And Messi! Hits wide, but not by very much.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
And they've got a throw. And here's Alvarez! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Vega getting this one clear. Otamendi. Paredes. Molina receives it in a wide position. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Decent chance! It's not an especially good pass, that. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Argentina really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So off we go again.
Argentina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's in a great position here. Now it's Fernandes. João Cancelo. Nuno Mendes. That's destined for the flank. They get a throw in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Can he get on the end of this?
Argentina couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Portugal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Araujo is there to clear. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Pedro Neto. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Not the most could be danger here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's beaten the last man. Can he finish? And he scores. It is the pick-me-up they all long for. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Número 19.
Argentina penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. And that's another good win of the ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
He has found a way through. Fernandez. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Alvarez gets on his bike and on the move. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
De Paul probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Bruno Fernandes. Alvarez under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Now it's Alvarez. Vitinha. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now then, the balls come loose. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Número 7. Número 10.
And he skips past his man.
Número 8.
And that has left him in a heap.
Número 6. Entran número 42.
McAllister,
Número 11.
it is a narrow
Número
lead,
4.
but they are clinging
Número
on to it
22.
right now. Now
Número
just
25.
moments away from a semi-final place. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
And it's Vitinha. Palacios. Driving on and making good progress. Bernardo Silva. He's shifting through the gears here. Vitinha! So close to drawing level.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a brilliant interception. Nice physical challenge. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Se está realizando un cambio.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Otamendi. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Portugal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Palacios. Oh, what a mistake! Ronaldo charged. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's hit the crossbar! And a chance! And no mistake! They have stolen level at the last! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that means another 30 minutes football. So we are still gridlocked.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And the action has already restarted. Argentina pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? And here's Joao Felix, and this is Ronaldo. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Paz and Molina. That's a good foray he's making. Simeone. And it's McAllister. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Romero, it's Otamendi. Paz looking to receive it in space. Vega. And it's Nunez. Molina kept his eye on it, and he's there. Molina. McAllister. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vega. Diogo Dalot. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. And it's Dallo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. McAllister and Simeone. It's a pretty loose pass. João Cancelo. Araujo. And it's Ruben Neves. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Now that looks a decent ball. Applies the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 9.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Gonzalez prepared to come on now. Of course, a big bullier of defences.
Well, why complicate matters, Peter? You need a goal as quickly as possible, and it could very well work with him in the lineup.
João Cancelo attempts a clearance. Again with so much... He's having a hit! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Gonzalez. He's cut it out.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? McAllister. And it's Otamendi. Molina, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, he's found support out wide. Gonzalez. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. So after all of that, what can we say?
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
So after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. Boy, you can feel the tension. So this one to set the tone. And no mistake.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Now it is the turn of the captain. 1-1. So both teams on the board. Gonzalez is the man who's second line. He's missed it, it's wide! And the release was not to come.
Well, any doubts, you just put your foot through it, Peter.
Oh, you're not going to save that.
Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
This for parity.
Well, any penalty converted is a good penalty, so he did his bit there.
We're on to number 3 here. Made it look easy.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
Argentina are looking to keep pace here. Big character, big moment, big save. Martinez must save this. It is that simple. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Argentina have to score. Oh, it's been saved! And that's it! Argentina are out. They have fallen just as glory was coming into sight, and the sense of loss and bewilderment is all too clear. It's a painful one to take. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players.